welcome back. I am Kishara, the queen of creative inspiration, and here in this space, we create to inspire. Now, if this is your first time joining me, welcome. I am a therapeutic art instructor and a life coach, and I am here so that we can walk this journey of life together to develop into the best version of ourselves. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. Today is day 19 of our 21-day forgiveness journey. Now, today is a little bit different. So instead of focusing on who we need to forgive, today we're focusing our attention on who might possibly need to forgive us for the hurt and the pain that we have caused them. So it's kind of interesting to think about it from the perspective that, yes, we're going through all these days. We went through 18 days of focusing on people that we harbored negative feelings about, and now for the last 3 days of this journey, it's going to focus on 3 individual people in which we feel like we might have wronged, so that we can express our apologies to them and that we can release it and let that go subconsciously as well. Now, for me, I decided to focus on forgiving myself today, which, to be honest, I feel like that should be a choice that everyone picks that embarks on this journey, because a lot of times we want to put the blame on everybody else, but we have to be open and authentic about the choices that we made and how it has brought us to this point in our life, or how it has guided us to get into certain experiences, either pleasant or unpleasant. So I focused today on forgiving myself. So she actually has it formatted to where you do the same reflection questions, but it turns into a letter. And then she asks you to actually release it in any kind of way you see fit. So you could throw it away, you can tear it up, you can burn it, or whatever. So I went ahead and did the journal prompts in the book, and I'm gonna wait before I put it into my gratitude journal. I did not write it in here today. But for the letters, this is page 1, so this is not as detailed as all of my other journal entries. This is for day 2, and then this is for day 3. And what's interesting is that I didn't even know in particular what the last 3 days of the journey was going to be about, but I went ahead and wrote that out so that I could write the letters. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into it and share with you guys the letter of apology that I wrote to my own self, to forgive my own self for the things that I've done to myself. Now, if this is your first time joining me on this journey, I've been utilizing this book by Iyanla Vanzant entitled Forgiveness, 21 Days to Forgive Everyone for Everything. And this has been an amazing, eye-opening, powerful journey. I'm not even joking. It made me realize so much about myself and about how I feel and the way I view people, the world, myself, that I actually, even if you don't do it in this type of form, I actually recommend that anyone that has any form of pent-up frustration or anger or resentment towards anyone, regardless of who it is, embark in some kind of journey or some kind of practice that they can do to release that, so that they can allow forgiveness and peace into their life. So typically she does a prayer every single day before, but this time it's a little bit different than a prayer, but I still want to read it to you. So here it goes. It says, "There are many ways that I have hurt and harmed others, have betrayed or abandoned them, caused them suffering, knowingly or unknowingly, out of my pain, fear, anger, and confusion. Let yourself remember and visualize the ways you have hurt others. See the pain you have caused out of your own fear and confusion. Feel your own sorrow and regret. Sense that finally you can release this burden and ask for forgiveness. Take as much time as you need to picture each memory that still burdens your heart. And then as each person comes to mind, gently say, I ask for your forgiveness. I ask for your forgiveness." Now, That is very powerful. To be quite honest, a lot of times we don't want to admit that we know that we're wrong, but we still feel that, even though we kind of reject that feeling or we don't want to pay any attention to it. It still bothers us because in that sense, we knew that we were wrong and that we should do something to rectify the situation, but out of fear or out of pride or stubbornness or whatever, we chose not to, which just keeps that memory there in regards to how we hurt someone. And I can speak this true in a multitude of ways, but there's actually someone in particular that I want to do for another day in this journey where I'll kind of dive deep a little bit more on that topic. But today I'm focusing on forgiving myself. So I'm going to read to you guys the letter that I created for today. And it says, "Dear Kishara, I now ask for and claim your forgiveness of every unkind, unloving thought I have held about or against you. I forgive myself for judging myself, for making bad decisions in my past. I forgive myself for judging myself when I put people before me. I forgive myself for judging me because of the abuse I allowed people to put me through. I forgive myself for judging me as mean, rude, hurtful, and judgmental. I now ask for and claim your forgiveness for judging myself about being stubborn, impatient, and selfish. I now ask for and claim your forgiveness for judging myself when I did not know any better, or for not being aware of how my actions would affect me. I ask for and claim your forgiveness for judging myself because I'm not perfect and I have not accomplished many of the goals I have for myself. I now ask for and claim your forgiveness for judging myself as stupid and ignorant for my choices that have brought shame to me, my body, and my finances. I forgive any and all judgments I have held about myself or against myself. All is clear between me and myself. We are both free to live our lives as divine expressions of our Creator. I bless you and I release you. I bless myself and I claim my freedom." So it is. Amen. And she actually has us do our signature as well to like really justify it and write the date and all of that. But I wanted to be transparent with you guys and actually read out and verbalize the letter that I wrote to my own self in regards to some of the things that I've allowed myself to endure. And when I started to reflect on ways in which I needed to forgive myself, and it was never any one particular situation or circumstance. It was more so about the perspective that I was in that season and how I allowed that to reflect upon or dictate the choices that I made. Like I said a lot of things about forgiving myself for the past, or forgiving myself for feeling shame for not knowing better choices to make. And, you know, it's important for us to identify that we feel whatever type of way that we do about ourselves, because the way that we feel about ourselves is the way that we treat other people. So if we're harboring hurt and shame and all these negative thoughts and emotions about ourselves, then it makes it really hard for us to view people in a positive light. So that is day 19 of this lovely 21-day forgiveness journey. Now, if you want to join me for this journey, then I'll put the link down below for you to purchase this book, or you can just watch the whole 21 days so you can see how it progressed. But I'm going to kind of do a flip through since this was a little bit different. So day 1 was I forgive myself. Day 2, I forgive my body. Day 3, I forgive my life. Day 4, I forgive my mother. Day 5, I forgive my father. Day 6, I forgive God. Day 7, I forgive my feelings. Day 8, I forgive my weaknesses and failures. Now, you definitely want to go watch that video. The next one is I forgive my choices. I forgive my relationships with money. Yes. I forgive my job, work, and or career. I forgive women. I forgive men. I forgive my partner and our ex-partner. I forgive my brother and or sister. I forgive my son and or daughter. I forgive others. And yesterday was I forgive the world. So now the next 3 entries will be my personal letters of forgiveness that I'm going to write in regards to people who I feel as though I have hurt and harmed, and that I am praying and hoping that they can release that and forgive me for the negative choices that I made to possibly hurt or offend them. So I just wanted to share that with you all, and thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 20 of this beautiful forgiveness journey. Bye.